Bonjour, hello, and as the Germans would say, hallo. I'm Brandy of Travel Answers by Brandy, and today I wanted to talk to you about another common question that I get from clients often. In a few past videos, I've answered some questions that I hope will clarify answers for you, but this particular one I have not addressed yet, so I figured why not do a short video answering the question of, do you offer travel deals? Can you find a better deal than I can? Basically, is it cheaper for me to do it than if you did it yourself? Okay, and the answer is going to be, it depends. More than likely, it's going to be the same price. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's always going to be cheaper, but when I am researching travel for clients, I am not looking for the most expensive, nor am I looking for the least expensive. What I'm looking for is all of the moving parts to work together to make the process for you as smooth as possible. Okay, so what that means is, yes, you can go online and look for flight tickets and see that, hey, there's some out there for $300. But what you didn't notice is maybe those seats aren't allowing you and your husband to sit together. And in order for you to sit together, you have to pay for assigned seating. Okay, some people are going to tell you that take your chances, show up at the airport, and maybe they'll sit you together. But if it is super important that you guys sit together, then you are going to want to go with the more costly tickets, because they do charge you now for assigned seatings, okay, or seats. You may also look at it and see that, you know, I'm going to be leaving Houston at 7 a.m. and I'll be in Denver for noon. That's not bad. It's 5 hours from the time that you get on the plane until the time that you get to Denver. But the problem is you have a 3-hour layover, or you only have a 45-minute layover, and you're going to be in a big airport at 8 o'clock in the morning. Do you truly want to have to run across the airport while you're on vacation and risk missing the next flight because you didn't have a long enough layover in between flights? Okay, what if you have children that you are flying with and they've never flown before? There are going to be things that you're going to have to be handling and juggling while making sure that you have everything straight for the check-in area of the airport. Okay, or maybe one of your children is not feeling well, and so you're having to give them a little bit more attention. You don't want to be rushed. Okay, you want to have enough time to deal with whatever comes your way. Okay, another question I get is, you know, I found this deal online, can you help me to match this? Okay, here's the thing, suppliers are going to have their own rules. So if they are willing to match pricing, I obviously can match the same pricing. The caveat is it must be apples to apples. Not one thing can be different. The class of flights have to be the same resort level has to be the same flight dates. So if anything is different, you're not going to be able to match those pricing. Okay. Now, is that something everyone offers? No. But if they offer it, then we can go that route. Okay. Another caveat is they will make you pay up front their cost, and then you're going to be required to send in paperwork showing that this is apples to apples before they refund you the difference. Okay. So you have the burden of proof on your shoulders that the pricing is more by booking with this supplier, and it's exactly the same as where you found it elsewhere. Okay. Now, do I watch for travel deals and then market that? I do not. Because at the end of the day, my service is to make sure that your vacation or your trip that you've been planning for a lifetime even goes as smoothly as possible. And sometimes those very minute details can make a huge difference in the way things happen. Okay, so if you ever come to me and say, can you get me the cheapest hotel, I will tell you that I'm going to get you the hotel that's going to work for you. Okay, will I put you in a $200 hotel when you have a budget of $150? Most likely not. But what if you are staying in Miami and that $150 a room night is not what you're expecting? Okay, so there are things that I, as a professional, am observant of that you may not necessarily be aware of, and so it's just about trusting the process and trusting me as a professional to know what will work best in that situation. Okay, Ultimately, you do have the final decision making power. So I don't say, I'm booking these flights or these hotels because I'm telling you it's better. I will listen to what you tell me, but my job is to advise you on what you're going to get as far as the value behind it. Okay, so maybe flying out of Lafayette versus New Orleans. Would you want to pay an additional $300 to fly out of Lafayette? Maybe, if you don't have to get a hotel room for 6 people, okay, and that's going to cost you close to $300. Or the pricing may not be that much of a difference because maybe you know someone who lives in New Orleans and you don't have to pay for a hotel room to fly out of New Orleans, which would be great. But now you're having to drive 3 hours back home and your flights are coming in at 10 at night. Or you're leaving at 7 in the morning, so you're having to get there at 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning. So there's all kinds of little things you have to be aware of, okay? So if you've been thinking about using my travel planning services, now would be the perfect time to reach out to me. You can go to my website. I'll drop a link in the comment section. I have, at the end of this video, there is a card that's going to tell you where to find me. But you can always go to travelanswersbybrandy.com, look at our website. You can choose what type of travel, whether it's family travel or group travel, and then fill out the form that's linked at the bottom of the description, okay? Fill that out and someone will be in touch with you. Ciao!